What's up, guys? So, Daniel Jeremiah of the NFL Network came out with a list earlier this week. It was Daniel. What's up, guys? So, NFL analyst. What's up, guys? So, NFL analyst Daniel Jeremiah of the Move the Sticks podcast, a very respected NFL analyst who does his show actually with Bucky Brooks, who does shows with the Jaguars, and he's also a former NFL scout, came out with a list earlier this week of the top 25 rookies so far in the NFL. And Daniel Jeremiah is a very respected guy. He's not a big like headline grabber. So usually when he puts stuff out, I like to, listen to it or watch it or whatever. So really what I want to get here is that look, Jaguars in the past were so used to visiting drafts and just going through all the different busts that we've selected, from the Luke Jokels to the Justin Blackmans to the Blaine Gabberts. The list goes on and on, where it really doesn't bear repeating. Really, when you visit back on Jaguars drafts, you just talk about how bad they are. And very rarely does it seem like we come up with like a Josh Allen or a player like that, or like a Jalen Ramsey that really is a difference maker. Usually there's years in between where the Jaguars just don't select very good players. But on this list that he came out with, in the top four, in the top 25, Jaguars have guys ranked number 3 and number 4. So 2 out of the top 4 rookies, he decided that he thinks that Jaguars belong there. So number 3, he has Trayvon Walker. He says he is a dominant run defender and he's already showing growth as a pass rusher. So that's a pretty accurate description of Trayvon Walker. He really is super stout in the run game, although he doesn't have all that many tackles. 8 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. I think really, Trayvon Walker, he plugs up the different running holes. He's, forcing running backs to kind of not go where they're supposed to go. And I think the big thing about him is like him in the pass rush game, it's like we have so many calls. Like, this isn't a stat, but it should be a stat. But how about like holding calls called because of them? He's a guy that he'll go in there and then all of a sudden the quarterback throws it and there's a flag on the field. It's because somebody's holding Trayvon Walker. He's just a huge guy with, big arms, and he's really just the prototype for really that big defensive end. And I know there was a lot of controversy about the number 1 overall pick. Like, who should the Jaguars take? I know over there was a lot of talk of Aiden Hutchinson. It was a weird year because usually over the years, the number 1 guy is a quarterback. And if there's not a quarterback being taken, there's like a generational Myles Garrett type of player that's like, okay, this is a Hall of Famer lock. There's no way this guy busts. And that's kind of who they generally take. So, the Jaguars with this one, they decided to go Trayvon Walker, and it's looking pretty good so far. I know, it was kind of a switch up, like I was saying. Sorry, I got an email. I got distracted. So, I know with Trayvon Walker, a lot of people were wanting Aiden Hutchinson, but Aiden Hutchinson is actually having a pretty decent rookie year. But it's looking like, with Trent Baalke, he's a big, what's the word for it? Traits guy. Like, he wants players that fit a certain mold. And if you don't have the long arms or this or that, you're probably off of his draft board. You're probably not drafting them where they want to be drafted. So Trayvon Walker, he's having so far a good rookie year. He just, like Daniel Jeremiah says, he definitely needs to improve in the pass rush game, just be able to develop some more pass rushing moves. Of course, he is raw. We kind of knew at this point, like all the NFL analysts kind of knew that, look, he wasn't going to come out here and be a 10-sack guy his first year. He might be able to go in there and cause a lot of disruption, but he needs to refine his pass rushing moves. And I really think, when it comes to college to NFL, your rookie year, you're doing a lot of you're practicing your 40 time and you're doing interviews and you're kind of getting yourself prepped to be that NFL prospect. And then from there, you're learning the NFL game once you get drafted. So really in the second year is when they make that next jump. And that next jump is really being able to like take time in the off season, like learn pass rushing moves, because the season ends in January. Hopefully it ends in February for us, but instead of all the NFL draft stuff, all the combine work, all the the pro day stuff, now you really have time to look at yourself on tape and develop what you want to be, not what NFL scouts want you to be. So Trayvon Walker seems like he has a really big ceiling, and it's definitely looking like a good pick so far. Number 4 on the list, he had Devin Lloyd there. He quotes, "I saw Lloyd play in person versus the Chargers, and he was the best player on the field that day. He had 7 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and an interception." He also says he has remarkable instincts and range, and that's also a good description for him. And look, in Mike Caldwell's defense, he runs a 3-4 defense, and with that defense, similar to the Buccaneers, you need really good linebackers to be able to make that scheme really effective. So, the Jaguars decided to move on from Myles Jack, and it was we were questioning it. Was it the right move? Myles Jack, I think Myles Jack, a lot of people probably like the name more than really his play. His play is really up and down. Granted, the Jaguars they were constantly changing defenses on him and constantly putting him in positions that he probably wasn't best at. Now he's with the Steelers playing a true 4-3 Mike role. So now, he's out there, playing, it feels like Myles Jackson is in a good spot. But now when you look at, Devin Lloyd, he's also, it feels like he's a great fit for this defense. He's coming in here his rookie year, even after missing pretty much the whole entire training camp, only played 1 preseason game. And, he's going out there and really, really being effective. So, he's going out there and really, really playing effectively. So, and also not only that, and I apologize, guys, I'm playing a little bit of hooky from work right now, and I have people reaching out, but I'll get back with them after the video. So really with Devin Lloyd, and after missing all that time in training camp in a preseason, he wound up winning he wound up winning Rookie Defensive Player of the Month for September. So he had a great month. Also, it was a little bit down last game. He didn't flash very much against the Eagles, but it was a real big rain game. I don't know. I'm giving a lot of players the benefit of doubt with that one, and kind of giving them a slight pass, whether it's right or not. So him so far in a year, 20 solo tackles, 8 assisted tackles, 2 interceptions, 6 pass breakups. He's been awesome. He's really just been an awesome piece of the Jaguars defense. And, right now the Jaguars, like I said in my last few videos, we're going into a really awesome stretch right now. Look, we're 2-2. We're 0-0. We feel like we're a pretty good team now. So now it's all about, hey, let's play good week in, week out. And, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to the Houston game. So if you guys are going, let me know. Really, really excited about that one. And with all that said, let me know what you guys think of Daniel Jeremiah's list. Let me know what you think of the draft class in general. It's looking pretty solid. I know Luke Fortner, he's doing really good at center when it comes to pass blocking, but his run blocking has not been great, as he's been going up against some tough opponents with like Jordan Davis and stuff like that. So he definitely has some room to improve. And then Chad Moon has been playing a lot of special teams. So, some exciting stuff. So let me know what you guys all think. Drop a like for me on this video on your way out, and go Jags.
Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars, too much for your crew to handle. Keep it lit, and this is the #1 YouTube channel by UCF Jaguar. Yeah, we about to blast off. If you've been a fan, then this is the dopest platform. Yeah, never hold back. Gotta represent for the teal and black.